All right, with so much going on in the Northwest Valley of Phoenix, the whole Peoria, Surprise, that Litchfield area down there on the west side, there's a lot of activity and a lot of growth taking place there. And so, what I'm going to do for you today, I'm actually going to take you on a map tour of the city of Surprise. So, if you're thinking of moving to that part of the valley, then stick around. You're going to want to watch this video. I'm going to show you around the city a little bit on my computer. And with that being said, just kick back and relax because we're getting after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about Phoenix or a place like Surprise where we are today, be sure and subscribe below and don't forget to tap that bell for notification. That way you'll be the first to know about our current real estate market. Hey, my name is Rick with the Phoenix, Arizona Living Team, and we get calls and emails from people just like you every single day looking to move to a city like Surprise. So whether you're looking to move next week, next month, or even a year from now, it doesn't matter. Reach out to us. You can give us a call. You can shoot us a text. You can send us an email. All of our contact information is listed below, and we'd be more than happy to help you make that smooth move to Phoenix.
All right, so as you can see, I got my map pulled up here. You can see the city of Surprise in this little dotted area here. It's located in the Northwest Valley. It's adjacent to Peoria to the north, and it has Litchfield Park and everything down to the south. It's quite a large area geographically. There's still plenty of room to build in there, but it's pretty well spread out. It has a population currently of about 155,000 residents. It's interesting. Back in the year 2000, there's only about 30,000 people live here. So it's grown what, 400 to 500% since then. And it just really has to do with our growth that's taking place out in the West Valley, starting from Glendale out west. But before I start talking about what's kind of inside Surprise, let me kind of show you the freeway system we've got here. One of the nice things about Metro Phoenix, it's laid out in a square grid, so everything's pretty much north, south, east, and west. It does make it easy to get around. We do have our outer 303 freeway, which goes through Surprise. We've got our Interstate 17, which runs north-south down through Phoenix and out of town. Now, if you took this I-17 north, it would take you to places like Prescott, Sedona, on up to the city of Flagstaff, which is about 2 hours north. And if you continue beyond that, it would take you to the Grand Canyon and also to the state of Utah up by Lake Powell, for example. So that's Interstate 17. This is our 101 freeway, which kind of wraps around the west side along the northern part and ties down into Scottsdale over here on the East Valley, and then comes down to the eastern part of Mesa. And then you've got your whole Southeast Valley with our outer loop 202 freeway for Tempe, Mesa, Chandler, and Gilbert. So that feeds that whole Southeast Valley. We recently opened up this lower 202 freeway here in the last 3 or 4 years. I think the last stretch opened up, and that's going to really increase the growth down here in the Metro Phoenix area. So Phoenix is growing. I know we're in midsummer right now, and it's just blazing saddles with the heat. But people love to come here. Major industries coming here. It's very favorable on taxation here in the Metro Phoenix area, so it's very popular for big businesses to come out here, and hence a lot of people are moving out here too, as well as retirement. It's a great area for that. If you took this down south and you hopped on Interstate 10, that takes you to California out west. So if you want to head to Disneyland or the beach or see family or friends, you can head that direction into San Diego. If you wanted to go down south, you can take Interstate 85, which would take you down to Mexico. Very popular destination if you want to go down into Mexico. Our nearest city down there is a place called Rocky Point. And it's a very popular destination for a lot of the locals that live here in the valley. So it gives you kind of a couple of options, just depending on where you want to go. If you took this Highway 60, for example, out in the Northwest here, that'll take you into Vegas. And great place to go. Well, you know what happens in Vegas. You go gambling or go catch a show. So that's just kind of a brief overview of the outlying area of Surprise. Let me just before I do that, this right here is Lake Pleasant. It's our biggest lake in the Metro Phoenix area that's close by. A lot of land mass here for Lake Pleasant. Used to go up there a lot to go boating over the years. So if you like that, if you've got a boat or you want to rent a boat or a jet ski or paddle boarding or whatever it is that you want to rent, they've got all of that. It's a full service marina. You can store your boat on the water, off the water. They just put in an amazing water slide, which is kind of fun that you can take advantage of. They got a restaurant up there. They've got it all right here. So you're close by. I'm going to say you're probably maybe 35, 40 minutes, which isn't too bad. So if you love the water sports, you don't have to go very far for that. If you're a frequent traveler and you need to get to and from the airport, our main airport is Sky Harbor, which is located over here. And roughly speaking, it's about 35 to 40 minutes to get to the airport. Here it's showing if you took our 101 freeway to the airport, that'd be the fastest route right now, or you can take the outer loop 303. So it kind of depends on what part of Surprise you live in will kind of probably determine what access point you take. But just know that going in if you got to get to and from the airport. So that's kind of a snapshot of the outer layer of the Metro Phoenix area. So let me kind of zoom in a little bit and talk to you a little bit more about the city of Surprise. As you can see, there's a lot of growth down here, a lot of building that's already taken place. This is all undeveloped land here. It heads all the way out to the west, and it borders Sun City Festival to the east. Now, Sun City Festival is in the town of Buckeye, or city of Buckeye. So it kind of goes right up there, but a lot of potential up in this area here, as well as several areas up in the northern part of Surprise. Most of what's being developed is all down in this lower section of Surprise right now. One of the main areas that's very appealing is the retirement. If you're familiar at all with Sun City, Sun City opened up back in 1960. They opened up phase 2 around the mid 70s, which they called Sun City West because it just took off and exploded. It was the first major retirement community in the entire country back then. So Del Webb came out here and started that retirement community. Then they expanded into Sun City West, and then around about the mid 90s is when they opened up Sun City Grand, and that's kind of this area right here of Surprise. So this is Bell Road that intersects kind of this area of Surprise here, and that's all retirement, pretty much all up and through here. There's an area over here called Happy Trails. That's also another retirement community. Lots of golf all around here in Sun City Grand and the Happy Trails area. So plenty of golf courses to take advantage of. But great retirement opportunities. Is that something you're looking forward to? Now, for years, Bell Road coming into this part of it was really one of the only areas really to get to it, before they had this outer 303 freeway and the 101 freeway. But there's a lot of all down along this northern corridor of Bell Road. There's where a lot of shopping is. So if you live up in this part of the valley here, you've got obviously Super Walmart, you've got a Home Depot, there's a Target, you got a number of restaurants and smaller businesses all down along this Bell Road corridor, and it goes on the other side of Interstate 60. You can see there's lots of hotel options for you as well. So you got family that lives out in Surprise, and you want to stay close by. You do have that option for the various hotels that are spread all throughout Surprise. So there's plenty of opportunities there to take advantage of. This area right in here is kind of the central hub of Surprise. Now, I recently did a vlog tour of the city of Surprise, and I hone in right here of this Surprise Community Park. So you can go check out that vlog tour. I show you all around this park area. They've got an aquatic park here. They've got a great tennis facility here. They got a university out here called Auto University. I talk all about that in more detail. Right here, Surprise Stadium. If you love Major League Baseball, this is one of a number of parks around the Metro Phoenix area. This happens to be home to the Kansas City Royals and the Texas Rangers. So they share that stadium. So the month of March, when spring training opens up here in the valley, this place is jamming. So very popular destination, not only here, but all throughout the Metro Phoenix area. There's parks all over town. I believe there's currently 17 teams that come here for spring training, and the rest of them head to Florida. So that's this whole area here. There's also a civic center. So a lot of things there with the kind of the housing for planning and development and various places to pay bills and things like that. So that's the central hub of Surprise. Some of the areas that are already built out, here's an area called Mountain Vista Ranch. Ironically, we did a subdivision back there in the early 90s. I grew up in the home building business, and I think we built in all the major cities here in the valley and probably most of the communities in some form or another, going all the way back to my dad starting building houses here in the 50s. So been in this industry for many, many years. So if you love new construction, let me know. I can definitely help you with that. But we actually did a subdivision out here back in the early 90s, and there was nothing out there other than really Sun City. So lots happened out there. So these are a few of the older communities up in this northern area here, kind of north of the Greenway area. But lots of nice, well-designed communities, lots of parks that are scattered throughout these developments. So Surprise has really done a nice job with their planning and zoning, which has been great. If you come a little further south, you got more nice communities all the way down here. And one I want to talk about, and this is what really is impressive me, it's called Marley Park. It has to be one of my favorite master plan communities out in the West Valley. And this opened up back in 2005. At the time I was building in Buckeye, we're doing a development called Sundance. And I was building homes around it at the time. And about that time, Marley Park was opening up around 2005. And I remember when I first drove through it, it was ironic back in those days, and we designed a lot of these floor plans too, is all of our lifestyle was geared towards the backyard of the homes. Obviously the inside, but it was really outdoor living was done in the back. But what I recall Marley Park doing, it was kind of unique back in that day, is they kind of brought the whole front porch concept into their floor plan designs. And it was really interesting. When I drove through, I said, you can almost take this whole master plan and drop it right into the heartland of the Midwest, and it'd feel right at home. Because, if you're coming from that area of the country or maybe back east, you're probably used to open spaces, front porches and all of that. A lot of the homes back in those days or back in the Midwest, they don't have enclosed yards. We do here. So if you're coming here, that's something you're going to need to be used to. All of our properties are fenced in, I should say, a majority of them, unless you're way out on the outer fringes of town. But all your master plan communities are all enclosed. But they did a phenomenal job here with the layout. They've got pools and parks, tree-lined streets, just great front elevations on the different homes. So the different builders that built in there really kind of showcased what was to come moving forward with a lot of the community designs around the valley. And I always remember Marley Park as being one of those. There's another neat community that's just getting started. It's called Sterling Grove Golf and Country Club. It's designed by Toll Brothers. They're one of our premier builders here in the valley, and they're more of the kind of the upper scale production housing. They build beautiful homes. They're a great builder. They're originally out of Pennsylvania, but they've been here in the valley for many, many years. They bought out one of our prominent builders here back in the day, and he retired. And they've done a great job. But they have really done a wonderful job in this whole community. It's just getting started. It's been open now, I think, about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. They're going to have over 2,200 homes there, and they're about a third of the way through it. So they got plenty of new homes yet to build. So if you like that environment, they've got a great golf course out there. They've got a lot of activities and social. Remember, they got a great clubhouse, a lot of neat. And I just did a video of there. I'm going to be uploading the video. I've gone out and shot all the footage. So I'll be looking for that. I'm going to showcase this community here in the next upcoming here real soon. So that's another nice area here in Surprise. And adjacent to that, they've got an area up here called Prasada. Prasada is kind of a newer outdoor shopping area. I talked to you before about up on Bell Road. This is a newer one that's just that kind of feeds this whole area of Surprise down here. But they got like a TJ Maxx and a Ross, and they've got a Costco. They've got a Sprouts Farmers Market. They've got a Sprouts grocery store. It's one of our big main grocery stores here in town, and they've got a lot of other smaller restaurants and several others. They've even got a comedy club that's there with a bowling alley in there, so you can go catch a play and some comedy there. It's a neat area. But that just recently opened, so that's called Prasada. And I'll upload some pictures. You can kind of see that. They got some great school systems here in out here in Surprise. They're part of the Dysart School District, Unified School District. Paradise Honors, for example, is a private school, very top-notch school. It's A-rated, great honors program there. Not real big yet on their athletic program. We did play them in our school, and they've got some growing to do there. But they've got it's a great school there. There's Shadow Ridge High School, which is a very popular one. They've got some great schools around this area of Surprise. As a matter of fact, I'll be talking about those here in this video of Sterling Grove. So keep an eye out for that. As far as entertainment, what's interesting about Surprise? Surprise is a small town feel, but it kind of has some like big city amenities. Like I mentioned, they got Major League Baseball and some other things. But as far as entertainment, there's not a whole lot yet to do out here in Surprise. Not to say that it won't be coming down the road. I mean, obviously with Prasada and the shopping areas, which is nice. But you're gonna have to drive outside the city a little bit. You're gonna have to head west to Glendale, and that's maybe a 15 to 20-minute drive to get there. There you're going to find, let me kind of hone in on that. I've talked extensively about that in other videos, an area called Westgate. It's called the Westgate Entertainment District. They got great restaurants down there. They've got wonderful shopping down there. They've got a whole outlet series down in Westgate. Adjacent to that is State Farm Stadium for Arizona Cardinals. So if you love the NFL, you can go down here and catch a game. So like I said, it's probably, maybe it's about a 20-minute drive down there. But adjacent to that, they're building the Vi Resort right across the street from State Farm Stadium. It's going to be the largest resort in Arizona. That's scheduled to open up in 2024. Adjacent to that, they're building the Mattel Adventure Park or outdoor theme park. It's under construction. It's kind of on the same timeline. So both of these will be coming out here probably in about the next year. Across the street, they've got a Top Golf. If you're familiar with that, that's very popular here in town. They have one of those, and they also have a thing called Prop Stroke, which is miniature golf, similar to the concept of Top Golf that Tiger Woods has put out. That is located here in the Westgate district here. But lots of restaurants. They've got a what do they have? They got a Bass Pro Shop. If you're into hunting and fishing, there's a major store right here by Westgate. It's one of two in Arizona. The other one's in the Southeast Valley, so you can go there and get a lot of hunting and fishing supplies. But you're going to have to kind of travel out and get to some areas outside of Surprise if you want those kind of, fun entertainment areas outside of the city. They do have an outdoor mall called Arrowhead Mall, which is right up in this area here, north of Glendale or the Westgate area here. Great indoor malls. A lot of your major stores are right there. If you can't find it close by to where you are in Surprise, so that's something to take into consideration. If you like the outdoor life, you like to just get outdoors and go hiking, it's right adjacent to the White Tank Mountains. Great regional park, all sorts of trailheads around here. Great place to go hiking. You can go, if you want to go have a picnic, you can go up there for that. You can go camping, trail riding. If you have horses or things like that, you can just really take advantage of that. Beautiful, the White Tank Mountains. Very, very close by. So you've got that. So it's really in a nice area. You do have Luke Air Force Base to the south. Kind of give you a heads up about Luke Air Force Base. If you're not familiar with it, it's probably one of the premier flight training bases here in the country. Obviously, it started up around World War II when all the air flights took place. They built Luke Air Force Base, and a lot of people come here, and we love our military, but they do fly over Surprise. So you're going to hear the fighter jets throughout the day. During the week, they'll be coming over at different times throughout the day. So just be aware of that. Great, but Surprise is a great place for our military. If you want to live off base and you're able to get a home up in Surprise, it's very close by. So that's definitely something to take advantage of. But anyways, lots of great opportunities in and around Surprise. It's a great little community, great place to live. Like I said, it's got tremendous growth taking place, and it's only going to get bigger. So, hope you enjoyed our little tour of Surprise. But that kind of gives you a brief overview of what to expect in the city of Surprise.
All right, that's going to go ahead and do it for the map tour of City of Surprise. If you found it helpful, be sure and like this video. We really appreciate that. And as always, feel free to share any thoughts or comments you have down below. Hey, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I mean, we've got these videos coming out every week and would love to share them with you. And as always, if we can help you with any of your real estate needs, whether you're looking to buy a home here in the Valley, or if you've got a home here in the Valley you're looking to sell, maybe you're looking for an investment property, we're here for you. So just reach out to us. You can give us a call. You can shoot us a text. You can send us an email. We can even schedule a Zoom call, whatever it takes to help you with your real estate needs. We're here for you. So as always, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, we hope to show you around town. Bye now.